Hey everybody, and welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian. There's a thief that is after your production. There's a thief that is after your dreams. There's a thief that's after your goals, your aspirations, your brightest future. This thief is actively seeking your potential and wants to steal it and take it away from you. This thief is always at work, and the thief has a name. Now, this thief is the greatest enemy to the achievement of your full potential in all areas of your life, whether it's physical, whether it's your wellness, whether it's financial, whether it's in your business, whether it's with your family, in your relationships, your spirituality, your walk with your God or your deity or whatever. I'm telling you, this enemy is all-reaching. I'm not going to give you the name of the enemy yet. We're just going to talk about a few things. Okay? Have you ever noticed how sometimes we find ourselves saying, tomorrow I'm going to take care of these things, or we're looking at a to-do list, right? We've got a to-do list. We're like, oh, okay, I got all these things. Oh, yeah, I can do that tomorrow. I can do that tomorrow. Tomorrow, you understand, when you wake up tomorrow will be today, and today was yesterday's tomorrow. And that tomorrow never comes. You see, anything you say you're going to do tomorrow, when tomorrow arrives, tomorrow is still in the future. So if you've assigned tomorrow as your destination, then you'll never get there. My family, we have a home down in Baja California, Mexico. And there's a phrase that's used down there that's, you know, it seems common to us because we understand the literal translation of the word. But we don't understand its meaning the way that they use it. And the word is mañana. Now, it's a pretty funny story. We had ordered some lumber and some things to work on the house, and my father-in-law went to the place where he ordered the stuff, and he says, hey, I'm here to pick up my stuff. And the guy says, mañana. And he goes, okay, cool. So he comes back the next day, and he goes, all right, where's my stuff? And the guy goes, mañana. Father-in-law kind of shrugs his shoulders. You know, it's Mexico. What are you going to do, right? So he leaves, and he comes back the third day, and he goes, okay, where's the stuff? And the guy goes, Senor, I told you, mañana. Now, my father-in-law at this point is getting a little frustrated, and he says to the guy, he says, look, mañana means tomorrow. Yesterday you said mañana. He goes, no, senor. Mañana just means later. Right? Now, this is a true story. And at least in that part of the country, that's what mañana means. It means just sometime down the road. It means I'm not sure, or I'm not that concerned about it. It's just going to happen later. And that's what mañana means. And I believe that although the literal translation of mañana is tomorrow, in that country the meaning means sometime later. In this country, we do the same thing. We say we're going to take care of things tomorrow, but what we really mean is just some other time. And so many of us are living on someday I'll. Someday I'll take care of that. Someday I'll lose weight. Someday I'll quit drinking. Someday I'll give up tobacco. Someday I'll be nicer to my spouse. Someday I'll spend more time with my kids. Someday I'll start that business. One of these days I'm going to get sick and tired. I'm going to make a change. So many of us live on someday I'll. The greatest enemy to your production is procrastination. And every one of us is guilty. Every one of us. You see, there's a verse in the Bible that says, ask, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and you shall find. Knock, and the door shall be opened, right? But asking, seeking, knocking, those are all action words. It requires action to get the result. There is no verse that says, wish, and somebody will give it to you, right? Or hope, and you shall get. It doesn't work that way. It takes action. The active asking, seeking, knocking, looking. And there's another translation of that actually says, continue to ask, and it shall be given. Continue to seek, and you shall find. Continue to knock, and the door shall be opened. Which, again, reemphasizes that it takes action, but sometimes it takes continuous action, continuous over time, consistent, unrelenting action to get the things that you want. And action is what brings 100% of your results in all those areas of your life. Your health and wellness, your fitness, your relationships, your finances, your business, all of these things require action. Wishing doesn't get it done. Action gets it done. But procrastination is the great enemy of action. So what can you do about that? You say, well, Eureka, Brian, revelation, right? I know I'm a procrastinator. We all know we're procrastinators, right? What do we do about it? Here's what you do about it. Decide to engage in a daily method of operation. Hold yourself to a standard for how much you're going to get done day to day to day in your health and wellness, in your relationships, in your finances, all of these things, and hold yourself accountable. That's the first thing that you can do. Second thing that you can do is to recognize something that is so insidious. We call it creative avoidance. Have you ever sat down at your desk, for example, to take care of a project, or maybe to pay the bills, or maybe you went out to your gym, like I have a gym here in my office, and you go out to the gym, and like I'm going out to work out, and 45 minutes later you realize you've been on Facebook, and now you're out of time, and you're like, but you got on Facebook to do something good. You were going on there to network, or you were going on there to make a contact, or to return a message that you knew you had to return, and then you got distracted, and next thing you know, the time for the workout went right away. Or maybe you sat down to take care of that project on the computer, but I need to check my email real quick. And you open up an email, and it's an email that seems kind of urgent, so you return that email, and you get another reply, and you look up, and an hour later, the time that you had dedicated or that you had set aside to spend on that project is now gone, and it's just gone off into the ether. See, that's what I call creative avoidance. And what that is our tendency as human beings to get distracted doing things that are less uncomfortable or more pleasant than the thing we know we really should be doing. But we can justify it by saying, but I had to return that email. I had to return that Facebook message. You can't just leave people hanging, right? Don't we do this? Guys, creative avoidance is the act of subconsciously or consciously just choosing to do things that you enjoy more instead of the things you know you need to do. And you justify it because you say, well, those things needed doing also, but they weren't more important, were they? So eliminate creative avoidance and hold yourself to a standard daily for activity that will keep you in action and keep at bay the great enemy of your production. And that's the dose, guys. You know what to do. Go make it a great week.